Okay, and we are live. I started a little bit early. Well, technically, I said that this stream was going to start at 7:15, but then I changed it a little bit because I found out that the actual draft doesn't start until 8 o'clock. But we're here now. I wanted to go live. I wanted to talk to y'all. My anticipation is through the roof. I don't know what's going to happen. I am scared of the Sacramento Kings because they got the pick right before us, and who knows what they're going to do. They may take a player that we want. They may take Ivy. They may take Murray, who knows? But I'm worried, man. The Kings scare me. But I put a poll here on my channel before I started this stream, and I said, "Who we drafting?" Simply put, 38% picked Jaden Ivey, 31% picked Benedict Matherin, and then 25% picked Keegan Murray, 6% picked other options. So on my channel so far, with the people who voted, most of you guys believe that we're taking Ivy, which is interesting. But let me see. Let me scroll up to some of the comments. Ivy wearing bootleg buffs. Yeah, I saw that earlier on Twitter. Kay Cunningham's personal trainer and his cousin Ashton, he reposted that. What's his name? Jaden Ivy. He had on buffs. Well, people thought that they were buffs, but apparently they're not. They may be fake or something. They just look very similar. We drafted Keegan to fill the Grant void. If he falls to us, I do believe that there's a high chance that Trey will take him. But then again, at the same time, with seeing that Jaden Ivy earlier today said that he'd either want to go to Detroit or Indiana, it kind of makes it feel like it's a little bit hard to pass that up if it's there at number 5. If the Kings, that's the thing that just scares and worries me, man. I don't know what to expect out of the Sacramento Kings. They literally hold all of the cards for the Pistons right now. I just look at what rookie Detroit Pistons follow, and they follow Ivy because the Pistons, um, I don't know what you're saying there. Dyson Daniels or Keegan Murray? That's not even a tough question. Keegan Murray is way better than Dyson Daniels. I think that Dyson, he'll probably fall to like number 9, number 10. He'll be the solid role player off the bench for a team in the future. But between the two of those guys, Keegan Murray is definitely better than Dyson Daniels, in my personal opinion. Starting the starting lineup: Kay Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Marvin Bagley, and Isaiah Stewart. I mean that's an okay starting lineup, but we need to add something else because when you trade someone like Jeremy Grant, who averaged over 20 points per game, I'm expecting you to make more moves in the future. So Troy definitely needs to add someone else to fill that role because if that's just the lineup and Stewart is, our starting center again next season, it kind of feels a little disappointing in my personal opinion for what the expectations were for this offseason coming into it. The decision to draft Ivy isn't up to Detroit, it's up to Sacramento. Unless Detroit trades for the 4th pick. Completely agree with you, man. I don't see the Pistons. We're not going to trade up in this draft, or at least to the 4th pick. I don't think because it doesn't really make sense to move up one spot and give up a whole bunch of assets. Like if they ask for Killian Hayes or Sadiq Bey or Isaiah Stewart, it doesn't really make sense just to move up one spot. So I definitely agree with you there, C. Parker. People need to get off Ivy. It's a big chance we won't get him. I don't know. It's the Sacramento Kings, bro. Who knows what they're about to do? Will Jaden Ivey be a Piston tonight, or Keegan Murray, or Ben Matherin? So if I were to put my money on it, I'm gonna say that the most likely scenario is that Ivy will be a Piston. But me personally, I'm hoping for Ben Matherin to fall to number 5 and the Pistons to select him right there. The trade gave us an 40. Oh, you talking about the Grant trade? The trade gave us an extra 43 mil to play with. Now we can make a serious run at Aiton. I did see that report earlier today that said that apparently Aiton would be interested in teaming up with Kay Cunningham and forming some type of new duo. I haven't really done much research into it, but I did see that quick little post earlier today. Was the Pistons smart with the Grant trade to the Blazers? It's hard to tell right now. As I said in my videos about the whole scenario with that deal, right now it's hard to judge because we don't know what the Pistons are going to do in free agency. If we somehow land Miles Bridges and DeAndre Ayton, then yes, that was a good deal. But if we don't get any of those guys, and we basically just gave up Grant for first round picks and second round picks, then it'll be a L. It'll be a bad deal in my personal opinion. So I'm just going to continue to wait until the end of free agency so that I can truly, put my full opinion on the whole trade situation with Grant. Should we have done it or should we have not? I think I think Troy is building a pile of cash to offer Aiton. There's got to be something big that comes from this. Yeah, Troy, as I said, looking at his OKC days and then looking at what he did in a short amount of time with the Pistons, he doesn't seem like the type of guy who would make that deal that he made yesterday without something up his sleeve, something behind the scenes that we don't know about. So I agree with you, my guy. I predict Sadiq Bey will average 19 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists next season. I think he can honestly get above 20 points per game. If he's really working hard and training in the offseason, I definitely think he can. I saw that Charlotte was offering number 12 and number 15. Thank you for mentioning Charlotte because let me pull up my note real quick about where is he at? Gordon Hayward. Okay, so I saw this post earlier. It's been all over social media. Apparently, Gordon Hayward has been linked to the Pistons somehow. I don't know, but let me read y'all a little bit of things off in my quick little opinion on it. I have on my notes right here. So, Gordon Hayward, his contract expires in the 2023-2024 season. So, if we did land Gordon Hayward, he will only be here for 1 year, and then we will have to pay him. He hasn't played 70 games since 2018, and for the past 3 years, he's roughly averaged around 48 games played total per season. He averaged this most recent season 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. So, with all of that being said, me personally, I don't necessarily see the value in adding someone like Gordon Hayward. He is a player who can handle the basketball a little bit. He can score. He has a nice 3-point shot. Gordon Hayward is a solid player, but I don't necessarily see the biggest benefit in adding, someone like him to the roster right now to replace, Jeremy Grant. I would much prefer us to go in a different direction, but that's just my quick little take on it. Oh, and then one other thing that I will mention, he is currently getting paid, or he's owed $31.5 million next year. So you're basically going to be giving a player max dollars for him to only play half of the season, which doesn't really make sense to me. If we don't draft a big, I pick Caleb Houston of Michigan. Caleb Houston, I think I was looking at some mock drafts earlier. I think he's projected like late first round, and then sometime in the second round as well. Caleb Houston, if we somehow get another late pick, maybe take a shot on him. I don't know, but um, I don't necessarily because we're mainly focusing on the top guys right now since we have the fifth overall pick. If we somehow land some other dudes late in the draft or in the second round, I'll make some videos on that. But right now I want to focus on the first round guys, the top of the draft at least. Hoping for Ivy, Sharp, or Murray. You forgot about my guy Ben Matherin, man. What's up, Tyree? It's time. It's definitely time, man. I've been doing this whole little journey for how many years has it been now? Since I've been consistent with the Pistons, it's been roughly 2 years. Once Killian Hayes, Isaiah Stewart, and Sadiq Bey, Saban Lee in the second round. That draft 2 years ago. It's been a long time, and this one, out of all three drafts, yes, last year with Cade Cunningham was exciting, spectacular. You didn't know if we were going to go Cade Cunningham or Jalen Green, but this year it definitely feels different. I have a lot of anticipation for this because with Sacramento at number 4, I genuinely don't know what they're going to decide to do. I said Matherin, but I changed my mind. Who you changed your mind to then? You didn't list any names there at the draft. From this draft. Yo, what's up? What's up? Barely Bones, Raw Detroit, Keegan or Ivy? Keegan Murray or Ivy? That's a tough question. Between the two, you have Keegan Murray, who's the 21-year-old sophomore, well-rounded player, and then you have Jaden Ivey, spectacular, a lot of potential. I think he could definitely, pop in the NBA. I could see him becoming an all-star if he ever did reach his peak. Um, Keegan is the safest pick between the two because I do believe that Keegan, out of all these guys in the draft, if we go 5 years from now, if we're going to try to predict, who became something in the NBA, I would probably lean towards saying someone like Keegan Murray would because he just feels like a safe player with him being, so well rounded and then his physical abilities as well. But between the two, if I was in a position, I would pick Jaden Ivey over Keegan Murray. But that's just me. And it's no disrespect or no shade to Keegan Murray. He's a solid player, but between the two, I would personally go towards Ivy. So do you think Troy is building a bank to offer DeAndre? And he's building something up right now. I don't know, man. He has to cook something up because that Grant deal doesn't make sense unless he pulls something out of his sleeve. I hate the Kings, bro. I'm a Kings fan myself. Well, loosely a Kings fan. After they traded Tyrese Halliburton, it really did upset me. I gotta believe something good is gonna come from the Grant trade. It has to, man. It really does. Pistons draft some dude from Europe who can't speak English and has an 8-year stash with four. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Why does everyone think we will get Ivy? Y'all crazy. He will be gone. It's the Sacramento Kings. That's why people think we might pick Ivy. We don't know what they're gonna do. Um, yeah, we don't know if the Kings are going to trade out of the fifth pick spot or not. They are saying their talks with several teams. Yeah, I saw earlier. Apparently, the New York Knicks offered a whole bunch of picks to try to move up in this draft. So maybe that might happen. I don't know. If not Ivy, we get in Ben. That's the guy who I want us to take. I want us to take Ben. Even Ivy is there. He's my number one guy on the board for number 5 at least. Let me see. Um, Let me scroll through these chats real quick to see. I thought Kings made a deal with Cleveland. I haven't seen that yet. If it did happen, my phone is right here. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me check and see if anything's happening on Twitter right now. They're mainly talking about Kevin Durant and um Kyrie Irving. Apparently, something big is happening there. Let me see. Anything else? No, I'm not seeing nothing on there. Um, they really replaced the iconic draft sound effect with the State Farm sound. Advertisement, bro. Product placement. I thought the King. Oh, I already read that one. Why Matherin? I mean, I made a full vid on Matherin, but let me go back to my notes on him. Okay, so Ben Matherin, sophomore, he was the Pac-12 Player of the Year. He led his Arizona team to the first seed. He's 6'6", averaged 17 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, extremely athletic. He's also a confident shooter, an off-ball scorer. I have defensive questions with him. I will admit that is something that I definitely believe he needs to improve on. His shooting form, he has like a, I don't know if you call it a J.R. Smith type of shot, where it's like he shoots it really high in the air, and every time, like, it's just beautiful to watch him shoot the basketball. I believe he averaged around 37 or 38% from three. He's a transition scorer, so him being paired up with Hamidou Diallo would definitely be nice. What else do I have? He has a nice step back shot, and the biggest thing for me is that he played really well against the top high competition level in college basketball this season. If you go look at the games, every time he played a good team, his numbers were amazing. I take Matherin over Murray. Yeah, I agree with you there. I think we overvalue Grant's worth. I mean, I don't think so. I've been telling y'all for months, if we were going to trade Grant, we weren't going to get much in return. And lo and behold, we only got picks. So Ivy have Ivy has buffs on. One of us. Okay, Gordon Hayward, Woj spoiled the draft. Actually, oh, you said my mic's a little quiet. The volume said it's as high as it can be. Um, Woj spoiled the draft. Let me go to his Twitter to see. And I'm not gonna watch the thing live, because I ain't about to pay for that. But let me see what y'all talk about. Adrian Wojnarowski. Um, Oh, I see it now. So apparently, according to Woj, the top 3 in the draft is already set. So I'm going to assume that means that number 1 goes Jabari Smith, number 2 to Houston goes Paolo Banchero, and then number 3 will be Chet Holmgren. I'm assuming that's what the order is going to be. And he hasn't posted anything else since. But that's how I'm basically going to be looking at the draft. I would basically refresh Woj's Twitter page, and whatever pops up, pops up. I saw a possibility. I saw it's a possibility that after 5, we trade later into the first round with Charlotte and take on Gordon Hayward's contract, 2 first-round picks. Again, I just like Gordon Hayward is a solid player, but to pay him $31.5 million just for him to play half of the season, it just doesn't really make sense to me, man. Especially when you could go out in free agency and sign whoever you want, since you have the most money available out of everybody in the NBA. Sacramento is drafting Jaden Ivey. We're gonna see. If they offer us two first rounders, that's tough to pass on, bro. Should the Pistons trade for Kuzma? I actually do like Kyle Kuzma. He gets a lot of, well, not necessarily anymore, but on his Laker days when he played with them, he got a lot of undue criticism, in my personal opinion. Why would the Kings draft a player that told the media he don't want to be there? Why would the Kings trade away Tyrese Halliburton when they drafted him and he became basically everything they could have ever hoped for him in his first year? So when they make decisions like that, it makes me excuse me, it makes me question every decision they're gonna make in the future. What's up, big dog? If I isn't there, then look to trade down. No, even if Ivy goes number 4, you still could take Keegan Murray. You could take Ben Mathurin. I don't want to take Johnny Davis at 5. That'd kind of be a reach. Dyson Daniels, that'd definitely be a reach at number 5. So I would say if you're at 5 and Ivy is gone, take Ben Mathurin. That's what I would say. I like the idea of having an extra first this year if someone projected in the top 10 falls. That is a good point, Tyree. If someone does fall, then it would be good to, have another first round pick. But I don't necessarily see how we're going to make that happen because we probably have to give up one of our assets, one of our key assets. Let me check Twitter again to see if Woj is talking about anything. No, he's not. uh, what's up, Drew the Fro? We might not get Ayton. I wouldn't mind acquiring Hayward and the 13th and 15th. I don't have any issue with the 13th and 15th picks, obviously. That would be great to have. But Gordon Hayward himself is like, I don't know, man. I mean, we don't have to worry about money, obviously. We got money to spend, and it will only be 1 year on his deal. But it's Gordon Hayward, man. It's Gordon Hayward. Should we pay Ayton or Bridges the money? If we had to only get one, it would be Aiden because I'm not about to watch another season where Isaiah Stewart is the only center that we have on the roster. Trading down would be just stupid. What's up, Slim Hooper? Killian definitely shouldn't be starting next year. I mean, Killian, he wasn't really even starting much this year after he got benched. If I remember correctly, we didn't see him come back to the starting lineup at all. They tried a little bit of Sadiq Bey at the 2. They tried some Diallo, Corey Joseph, but after he got benched, they kept Killian Hayes there. We should draft Uncle Drew. Sharp is the way. Let me check the poll again to see what y'all saying. 60% of y'all think that we should take Ivy. 21% said Ben Mathurin. 8% said other. 11% said Keegan Murray. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna keep going back to that poll just to see, if any of your opinions change on that. Joe, Sack taking Ivy. He's a beast. It's a no-brainer. It's Ben or bust for us. I don't know what Sacramento is doing. I got another notification. Let's see what they're talking about on here. This is Wojnarowski speaking. As I just reported on our NBA draft show, Duke's Paolo Banchero has joined Auburn's Jabari Smith under serious consideration to be the franchise #1 overall pick. So according to Woj, I think he's trying to say that. Wait, what is he trying to say? #1 pick. So I guess Woj is trying to say right now that the Magic may pick Banchero. I don't know. And I'm gonna see if he says anything else. We should trade Killian and the 5th pick if Kings draft Jaden and trade them for him. That's not gonna happen. That's NBA 2K type of stuff right there. Killian Hayes has absolutely zero, and I mean zero trade value in the NBA. No team wants Killian Hayes, and I completely understand. He's completely unproven in the NBA. None of these guys are game changers. That I agree with. In this draft, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I see no superstars. I see at best all stars. And then maybe the one exception I'd be willing to make is that Chet Holmgren, if he can somehow reach his peak, I guess he can be above all-star level if he really could, push it and gain a lot of weight. But even that, is kind of far-fetched, and I'm kind of stretching it out a bit. So honestly, in this draft, The best that you could hope for, in my opinion, is to get an all-star. Kevin Durant coming to the Pistons? Nah, I don't see it, bruh. If he coming, apparently Kyrie's gonna come with him, which is gonna be unfortunate because Kyrie Irving, when it comes to teams, and he kind of does that LeBron James thing a little bit, where he comes to a franchise and he kind of takes it over a little bit. What if Troy Weaver purposely traded Grant before the draft, making it look like the Kings would take Keegan Murray if they don't take him, really leaving us the guy we wanted? Ivy question mark. Um, and please make sure you guys like the video. I only have 41 likes right now, and I have 111 people in right now. So please make sure you guys like the video. New tweet from Adrian Wojnarowski. He says the Magic had kept their final decision tight, but Banchero has emerged as a significant possibility to be drafted number one, sources said. Okay, so apparently we don't know who's going number one. If we get Jalen Brunson, that would be a huge dub in my opinion. Didn't Jalen Brunson, am I thinking of somebody else? Didn't he recently re-sign with the Dallas Mavericks, or I saw some report or something like that. Apparently he's staying there. Kings want Bay and 5 for Ivy. Yeah, you're not getting Sadiq Bey. I guarantee you that. No, it doesn't matter what you're offering in this draft. You're not getting Sadiq Bey from the Pistons. I can guarantee you that. Ivy said he doesn't want to be in Sacramento. They could still try to force him to be there. Kings have De'Aaron Fox. Why do they need Ivy? Well, think about it. They had De'Aaron Fox, and then they took Tyrese Halliburton, and then they took Davion Mitchell, another guard. So what's that? What was that? 2 drafts in a row where they took guard? I don't know. I don't know what the Kings are going to do, man. I really don't. Ivy will be drafted in the 4th spot, guaranteed. There's no guarantee there. No guarantee. With you, man. Matherin got it. Yeah, Ben Matherin is my number one guy. Undoubted. Who we sack draft is gonna be you're basically saying the Kings are gonna screw up this draft. I don't know. Because the Kings are snakes, that's why. Weaver definitely has something up his sleeve. He didn't clear that cap space for no reason, and definitely didn't do it solely for those picks. I just hope whoever we sign is worth it. Absolutely, man. But the thing is, I feel like it's not going to be just like with the signings that we make in free agency, it's not going to just be one guy. It's going to be a multitude of guys who help elevate this team to the next level. I have Shams. He just tweeted something. He said on the Nets, Kyrie Irving. Let's take a listen to this. Shams talking about Kyrie and the Nets. Because someone earlier said that Kevin Durant might come to the Pistons. Let's listen.
Well, it's going to surround the Brooklyn Nets, and sources tell me that Kevin Durant is seriously mulling his future options with the Nets. He's been monitoring the situation over the last several weeks, the last several months, and there's an expectation that Kyrie Irving will now proceed shortly into finding a new home via an opt-in and trade potential situation.
Okay, that's all that I'm gonna listen to from there. Whatever team has to deal with Kyrie Irving, I feel bad for them. I definitely do. Nobody talking about Johnny Davis. That's crazy. Actually, Johnny Davis, he was one of the first dudes I made a breakdown video on. So I made sure to give him, his proper due before I made my videos on everybody else. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna cry tears of pain if Chet falls to us. Hashtag worst case scenario. I would love if Chet Holmgren fell to the Detroit Pistons, man. Chet Holmgren, what is he? The best rim protector, shot blocker in this class? I'm a big Chet fan. I'm not gonna lie, man. We aren't trading for Ivy. We will be trading for Aiden. That's the thing, though. Without Grant now, I'm just wondering how we're gonna do this whole sign and trade thing with DeAndre Ayton. Like, are we gonna have to give up Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes? But a lot of these guys don't even have high trade value. So I don't know how we're gonna do the sign and trade thing, but it has to happen because there's no way Phoenix is just gonna let them walk when they can get some assets in return. You know what I'm saying? Nothing on Twitter right now. Let's continue. What about AJ Griffin? He's gonna be a sleeper for a team. definitely the best, and not just the best shooter in this class, one of the best in most recent years. AJ Griffin is a pure shooter. He's a shooter. Haven't said that in a long time on this channel. Chet Falls question mark not happening. I Let me think. Right now, well, we know for a fact that the top two is set. It's going to be between Bankero and Jabari Smith. We know that one of those guys, they're going to go number one and number two. We just have to figure out which order. Number three and beyond, we don't know. What's up, Mr. 81? I want Ivy so bad. Kai Soto, second round. AJ Griffin got bad knees. I trusted Weaver. He makes smart decisions. I'm going to continue to trust him and see what he does in free agency as well. I'm not going to give up on him like a majority of Pistons fans did yesterday. It was crazy when I was looking on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, every social media platform. A lot of people gave up on Troy Weaver yesterday, which kind of upsetted me a little bit. Cade and Bay are untouchable. Absolutely. They're not going anywhere, bro. Hayward, not it. Thank you. I completely agree. Hayward is not the guy. No guarantee to get Ayton, and Mark Williams is the next best thing at 13. At number 13, do you guys think that Duren, do you think he'll fall that far? I hope he can if we were somehow to get the 13th pick, but I think Duren would be the next best bet. I have Duren over Mark Williams. Only thing that worries me about Ivy is he's not the best shooter. I mean, a lot of dudes in this class are inconsistent when it comes to shooting, and they're gonna get coached up on the NBA level. You know, you can look at Lonzo Ball in years past. People say he couldn't shoot, and then he got coached up. Giannis right now, he's still improving and getting better with his jump shot. So, you know, a lot of guys coming to the NBA lacking in that area and improve. New tweet. Kyrie Irving is expected to find a new. Okay, that has nothing to do with the Pistons. If Davis is a reach, Mathurin is definitely a reach. Mathurin is above Johnny Davis, bro. He blew out his knee. Talking about AJ Griffin. We got good options. Pistons got money to spend. It's just how they spend it. Yeah, just because you have all the money in the world to spend doesn't mean that you need to just go out there and randomly spend it. You know, I think about a team like the New York Knicks, right? From a few years ago. They had all this money to spend, and they kept on thinking about what if we get Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving? And then they ran out, they wasted their money, and got Julius Randle. I don't want that to be the scenario that the Pistons are in. You know what I'm saying? So just because we have the money doesn't mean we have to just spend it right now and be stupid with it, you know? Um, Bro, you need to look at Daniels. I already made a video on Dyson Daniels. Joe, some people are saying OKC is considering drafting Jaden Ivey at 2. What? They got Giddy and they got Gilgeous Alexander. I don't see why OKC would take him at number 2 at all, or thinking about it. Okay, well, if they're considering it, I guess, but I don't see that being like an actual thing that's gonna happen. Because if they did, that would be weird to me. Throw in the Pistons Milwaukee Bucks pick. Please God, let Bankero fall to the Pistons. If any of them in the top, between the top three, between Jabari, Chet, and Bankero, initially I thought Bankero might be the guy to fall, but I think Houston, I saw some report that said that Houston loves Bankero. And then we know that right now, the what are they called? The Orlando Magic, they're heavily considering Jabari right now, along with dang, I keep on losing my train of thought. Paolo Banchero. So between the three, honestly, I think Chet is likely to fall at this current point in time. In a sign and trade, the team that wait, what? In a sign and trade, the team that the player goes to usually don't give up that much. We're more likely to give up Frank or Olynyk. He hasn't heard yet that OKC might be taking Ivy. That blows my mind, man. I'm about to check Twitter again. I'm not saying anything about that right now. If that happens, if I get a notification on my phone that says the Oklahoma City Thunder have taken Jaden Ivey, I will I will destroy this poster right here. I will tear this one down. I'm gonna tear that one down. That will blow my mind if I see that happening. Yes, Mathurin over Murray. Murray gonna be weak. I don't think he'll be weak. I think he'll be serviceable, but Mathurin I got above him. Um, I can seriously see OKC taking Ivy. Really, you will still have to sign your young dogs like Bay Stewart, Killian, Marvin Bagley in the very near future. Don't want to blow your all of your cap space. Yeah, and then the year after that, you have to pay Kate Cunningham on the. You got to give him on the rookie max. 106 people in here right now. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you guys like the stream. I'm gonna take a sip of water right now. Maybe that'll help with my speaking. Uh, Sauce K says at 5, we don't need serviceable players. We need all studs. Well, it's kind of hard to find legit studs in this class because, well, if you're using that word in the same light than I do, when I hear that word, I'm thinking, last year's draft with Mobley, Cunningham, Jalen Green, and you don't really have that in this draft class to me. Killian can walk. Pistons aren't re-signing Stewart. So I just got two comments. One says Killian Hayes is gone. The other one says Isaiah Stewart is gone. That basically means that the 2020 NBA draft would be virtually a failure if you lose two of the three players you took in the first round. Let me see. No notifications yet. And for the people who don't know how to watch, like if you don't have an actual, like if you don't have a cable provider, if you guys want to watch it, go to Dofu Sports. If you have an iPhone, you can go there and watch a lot of NBA games. That's how I watch the NBA Finals. And I'm about to see YouTube NBA draft review. I'm about to see if I could pull it up for y'all because I did see a comment earlier that said that y'all want to hear the audio from the NBA draft. Okay, I'm gonna try to. I guess this is the draft. I'm gonna try to have the audio for y'all when it actually happens. Let me see. Drop the link. This isn't StreamYard, Mike. This is just regular streaming on YouTube. We all know Kate, the one I don't see Troy doing anything I'll be bummed about. Buckle up, family. I'm ready for the draft, man. What time is it right now? They said it's gonna start at 8 o'clock. It is 7:55, 5 minutes away from the draft. I'm ready. I'm ready, man. I don't want no parts of Hayward laugh all out, but if that did happen for what we got, another first round pick along with it would kind of, and you deleted the chat. Bay is great. The draft is airing on Channel 7 too, right? I don't have cable TV, so I don't know. Yes, Bridges is Josh Smith. No way. Come on, Sauce K. There ain't no way you just call out Miles Bridges. They doing the intros for show. There ain't no way Miles Bridges is this free agency class version of Josh Smith. Come on now. That's a little harsh, man. Uncle Drew to Detroit talking about Kyrie Irving. We'll see. That'd be a nightmare to me. Hold up. We got a new tweet from Woj. As the Orlando Magic move closer to getting on the clock, Duke's Paolo Banchero is now looming as a front runner to be the number one overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. That is shocking. That is shocking. So coming into this, I was expecting Jabari to go number one, but according to Woj right now, it's looking like the Magic are starting to lean towards Paolo Banchero. Ivy is stud. That's why OKC thinking about it. I mean, even so, when you already have Shea Gilgis Alexander or Shy or however you pronounce his name, and then you already have Giddy, it's like I don't really understand why you would add another one. It would be like if the Pistons, if we kept Grant and then added Keegan Murray, and then in free agency went and signed Miles Bridges. It really, makes sense to me. What's that name of the free app to watch the games? It's called. I could put it in the chat for you. It's called Dofu Sports. If you want to watch free NBA games, Pistons games, NFL, whatever it is, go to Dofu Sports. Benedict Matherin Mama. I'm not about to read that full sentence, man. Isn't Katie and Kate close? What if? Yeah, they are close. They've been having a relationship together since Kate was in his senior year of high school. You can watch the draft on there. Yeah, I'm about to pull it up again. Apparently, their stream just got taken down. Um, NBA TV. I think my father just got back from work. I'm about to try to pull it up again for y'all. Wait on it. Wait on it. Okay, that's the draft right there.
Playing games, I don't think there's any chance that they still don't know who they're taking. They've had months to figure this out, unless they decided, I want to take the guy with the best suit tonight.
I guess he's talking about the Magic right now.
Unless they're trying to entice a team like Houston to trade up to number one, that's the only thing that makes sense. Unless they read Lost World.
All right, let me get back to the chats. Can you watch the draft on there? Yes, you can. But the only issue is sometimes their links get taken down every now and then, and you gotta go to a different link. Once all the vets are gone, I see the Detroit Pistons in the finals sooner rather than later. Just saying. OKC got that 7-foot point guard. What's up, Trill Nick? Who's your father? Who your father wanted us to draft? My father, he's a boxing fan. He doesn't really care about basketball like at all. But fun fact, he was the one who purchased these posters for me. We need to drop our vets and get some new ones. Skip Aiton. The vets that we have on this roster, we have Corey Joseph, Rodney Magruder, Kelly Olynyk, and I think that's it for all the vets on the roster, unless I'm forgetting somebody else. Because Frank Jackson is young, Kay Cunningham young. Uh, yeah, I think most of the police are here. It's like, no, that's my dad. I think most of the vets on this roster is they're okay. Most of them. Kelly Olynyk, he's okay. Magruder, he had his moments every now and then. Go Jake Paul. You funny, Emerald. He doesn't watch Jake Paul though. He watches like real boxing. Let me go back to the draft to see what they're talking about.
Maybe they would take Jabari if he's there too. So all the scenarios right now are out of control.
Wasps, Cats will speak with you guys after the first round is over. We'll be back live with you as we recap the entire first round. Maybe there's some big-time trades. Maybe some stars, established stars removed. D. Wood, great job by you. We'll speak to you as soon as the first round is over live here.
All right, I just got the notification. The NBA draft is starting now. It's 8 o'clock. Let's go. Let's go. Let me pull this up. Let me pull up the second screen and make sure I don't lose it. All right, NBA draft time, y'all. Who we taking? Let me before the draft starts. Let me look at the poll again. 59% of y'all think we taking Ivy. 22% think we taking Ben Mathurin. 13% Keegan Murray, and 6% other. All right, let's go. Once they come back from commercial break, we here. Polo, what's up? Marlo Liddell, Chris Jett, I see y'all. Zachary Cantlin, D Buck, we taking Murray. We got to see what Sacramento does, bro. It's crazy. They got 1,000. Hold on, let me show y'all. They got 1,000 people illegally watching the NBA draft right now. That's crazy. Nets draft someone. Murray sucks. Okay. And again, this is the last time I'm going to say it because I know y'all probably irritated. We got 100 people in here right now. Well, 108 to be specific. Please make sure you guys like this stream, man. I could have just been chilling and watching the draft by myself, but I wanted to come in here and talk to y'all. So please make sure you guys like the stream. This is Jabari. Oh, Dyson Daniels speaking right now.
Out of Bendigo, and then on this side I got my family.
Oh, they just showing off they suits right now. Told you Paolo was stud. Hey, you forget a few months ago I was saying that Paolo was my number one guy when I thought that the Pistons could have gotten the first overall pick. He was my number one, but then I kind of switched it up to moving towards Jabari and then Chet. Those guys bypassed Paolo for me. I ain't gonna lie, you have some consistent Pistons, legit content. Keep going. Thank you, Tyree Paul. I appreciate that. I spent about roughly 2 hours on each video, and it's a lot of hard work. So I definitely appreciate that comment, man. It's on ABC, Michael Rimmer. It appears that you have cable TV. I, for one, do not. I have streaming services like Disney Plus, Netflix, things like that. Chet's body will fail. I mean, they said the same thing about Evan Mobley in last year's draft. So it's always wait and see with these type of guys. Keep up the good work, my guy. Supported you since day one. Never disappoint. Appreciate that, Anthony Campbell. You're a real one, man. Still waiting on the draft. I like the Rip poster. Thank you, man. Which one do y'all think is better between the two? My Rip Hamilton or the Tayshaun Prince? I'm gonna say, I mean, they look fairly similar, but I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go with Tayshaun. I like Tayshaun's poster a little bit better. Um, I bet Chet falls because he refused to hand over his physical info. Yeah, didn't he? I know for certain that he didn't give it to the OKC Thunder. I know that one for a fact, and I don't know which the other team was. But yeah, apparently he didn't want to hand over his physical information, which is kind of weird because when you're in a position where you're like 18, 19 years old and you're about to make millions of dollars, I don't care what type of paperwork I got to give over. I'm handing over everything so I can get that money. So I guess he's just prioritizing not going to a specific team. But if I was in his position, I'm taking the money. I'm giving all of the paperwork that I have to. Favorite Pistons creator, but I want to give you the work on the court in real life. I mean, I'm not a hooper like that anymore. I'm retired. I'm past my prime. I'm also only 5'8", so I'm kind of short as well. If you're tall, you'd probably body me. Ivy or Matherin? Ivy or Matherin? I want the Pistons to take Matherin, bro. That's my guy, but I won't be mad at either pick. People forgetting we got Luka. All we need is a shooting guard. You talking about Luka Doncic in the G League right now? I mean, I said Luka Doncic. I mean Luka Garza in the G League right now. We still got to wait for him to grow a little bit more before we can see him consistently play on an NBA stage. I hope we get Jaden. It will be Cade and Jade. Okay. They on commercial break still. Anyone have the link to the stream on the draft? Yeah, I got you, bro. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Um, Joe Polo 10, bam, bam. All right, there you go. I just put a link on my cousin's account. All right. Oh, I forgot. You can't put links on live streams. My bad, bro. If not Ivy, then Matherin. Either or will be fine. Who you think we're getting in the second round? I think we had the 46th pick, so I mean, whoever the best available is, I guess. I don't really know. It's alleged that Chet's got Marfan syndrome. Yeah, I remember I made a video about that months ago. Apparently, Marfan syndrome, giving you guys, I'm not a doctor or professional or anything like that, but to give you a rough idea of what that symptom or disease is, I don't know what you call it. It's basically when you have a really difficult time gaining a lot of muscle and gaining a lot of weight. That's basically a rough idea, or at least that's a rough idea that I got when I was looking up information about Marfan syndrome. This speech by Adam Silver is dry. On my screen right now, they just showing highlights still, so I ain't listening to Adam Silver right now. Thanks for the Pistons. Thanks for the coverage, Joe Polotin. I appreciate that. Wolf built. You got a sleeper pick. A sleeper pick. Probably between AJ Griffin or I think his name is Jokic or something like that. I did a little bit of research about him, not too much because he's an overseas player, but from what I did, when I did do my film study on him, it appears that he's the guy who's looking like he's going to be a sleeper pick. So between the two of those, Jokic or AJ Griffin. Are us Luka Garza fans? Wait, are us as fans over Luka Garza already? I'm not. I like the effort he gives when he gets a chance to play. I'm not over Luka Garza. It's just he's in the second round right now. I mean not the second round. He's in the G League right now. We got to wait for him to grow. Overseas. How to watch the draft? Download Dofu Sports. Thanks for the coverage too. Can anyone send the link in a non-link way like spell dot? Yeah, you can't put links on YouTube. I see people over here talking about let's go Knicks. When Garza plays the Wait, when Garza plays, the efficiency is positive always. He can be good. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, let's check back on Garza in like maybe 1, 2 years. Yeah, Nikola Jovic, he outplayed Chet in I think 2019. Yeah, and then he played in the what is it called, like the Rising Stars game or something like that. We saw him recently in 2022. Yep, the Magic are on the clock. Okay, I'm gonna either see it on this right here, or I'm gonna get the notification from Woj. Either or, it doesn't matter to me. But the Magic are on the clock, bro. Uh, a $9 donation, well, a $10 donation. I appreciate that. The Frankto Rhine or Rain. I'm sorry for messing up your name. I hear you. The Pistons need to examine free agency wisely, even look into next year's class. Peace out. All right, man. Thank you for donating the money, and I definitely agree with you. We need to make sure with this pick we get it right because if we trade Grant and then with the fifth overall pick mess it up, it's going to be really bad for the Pistons in the future. We definitely need something else outside of just having Sadiq Bey to back up Kate Cunningham. Um, they talking still. No notifications. Orlando Magic are selecting Paolo Banchero #1 in the NBA draft. So it's official, y'all. It's official. Banchero went #1 over Jabari Smith. Wow. Well, good luck down there in Orlando. Jabari, he's gonna be playing with who they got down there. John Isaac. They got what's the other dude's name? Jalen Suggs in the last draft. Franz Wagner, a Michigan guy, love him. But it's official. The Magic are planning to select Banchero #1. Sources tell ESPN. So, shocker, y'all. What do y'all think? Let me read the chat. What do y'all think? Wow, didn't see that coming. Yeah, pick is in. Um, I like Banchero a lot. I like Banchero a ton. Way higher floor than others. J. Cole and Banchero, not bad. Oh, y'all talking about Cole Anthony? I forgot about him. The Piston hater, the dude who constantly, whenever he gets a chance, craps on Detroit. Paolo ready to go. I like the pick. Banchero, Jabari Parker 2.0. That is a hot take, man. I don't really see it because I felt like Jabari Parker, he relied more on his physical abilities, which got him to the college stage, and he's exceeded on the college level because of that. But when it comes to Banchero, I feel like he has more skill and relies more on his skill than his physical abilities rather than how Jabari Parker did. No notifications. Okay, let's continue to read the chat. He should go #1. He's the best player. Smith is another Rasheed Lewis. I thought you were about to say Rasheed Wallace. In a shocking turn of events, the Sacramento Kings select J. Cole. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Here's Adam. We could also bring Koprivica from Europe. I did a little video. It was like a month ago on Koprivica, doing a little update on him, and there's nothing going on right now with Koprivica. Banchero to the Magic. Yeah, I'm shocked by that, man. I thought it was gonna be Jabari, but right now you have Jabari Smith left on the board. You have Chet Holmgren. I think if I were gonna put my money on it, I think Jabari goes #2, and then Chet. Who knows? Who didn't Chet give his medical information to? I don't know all of the teams, but I know for a fact that he didn't give it to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know that one. Joe Polo 10. Joe Polo #1 for Pistons content. Thank you for that, Kenneth Stemler. I try my best, man. I really, really do. I know I say a lot of dumb stuff sometimes. You guys forget I'm only 18 years old. I'm only, I don't have a studio behind me. I'm doing the best that I can, so I appreciate that. Banchero was the right pick as the first pick, in my opinion. So as I was reading their roster, they got John Isaac, Franz Wagner, Suggs. I wonder what they're gonna do with Mo Bamba now. Are they gonna keep him or try to move off of him and find another big man? Chet Slide question mark. Out of all the guys on the top, if there were to be one dude to fall, it's looking like right now it's gonna be Chet Holmgren. Let me see. Okay, new tweet. Chris Haynes. Oklahoma City Thunder are selecting Jabari Smith Jr. with the #2 pick in the NBA draft. Gonzaga's Chet Holmgren remains the front runner in Oklahoma City at #2 Sources tell ESP. Okay, I don't know what's going on right now. I just got two notifications. I saw one notification that says the Thunder are taking Jabari Smith, and another one that just said that OKC is considering Chet Holmgren. I don't know. I'm kind of confused by that. Spirit of Detroit, the number one Lions YouTuber on the platform. You tell the truth, bro. What time is it over there? Are we close? Right now in Michigan, it is 8:12, 8:13 now. The clock just changed. And thank you for the $5 donation, man. You keep on the grind. Great Pistons channel. Thank you, JT. Much love, bro. Much love. What's up, Detroit Drew, fellow Piston content creator here on the platform. How low will Chet fall in this draft? I think if Chet doesn't go number 2, I don't know how far he falls. I really don't. What up, Drew? You good? I'm watching TV and they not saying nothing what you're saying via your notifications. Sources. Okay, I am confused as heck right now. I just got another notification from a different source. OKC. Okay, so it's Chet Holmgren. All right, so Chet just went number 2. It's official. It's official. Okay. Chet Holmgren is an official Oklahoma City Thunder, according to multiple sources. We got Chris Haynes and Shams. We don't have it from Wojnarowski yet, but it's official. Chet just went number 2. Wow. I mean, I really do like that pick for them. They got Giddey, they got Gilgeous Alexander, and now you got Chet Holmgren. I definitely like the tandem that they're building over there right now with the OKC Thunder. You know, especially with a few years ago, when they made the playoffs with Chris Paul. I really like the way that the Thunder are building right now. I hope we take Ivy or Ben if Ivy's gone. Pistons will draft Chet at 5th. I think you meant Chet, but apparently he's gone now. Skip Bayless just tweeted. I wonder what he's gonna say about the Pistons. Whoa, the smart money pouring in on Banchero just scored. He goes number 1. I like Jabari a little more, a little better shooter and defender. But how does Sam Presti and I'm waiting for the rest to load. How does Sam Presti? Oh, but what does Sam Presti do if in fact he was sitting on Chet Holmgren at 2? Doesn't have to take Jabari. Well, Skip, he ended up taking Chet Holmgren apparently. They're not even picking yet. Yeah, this happens every year. NBA, NFL, doesn't matter. Inside sources, they always spoil the draft before the picks even happen. So I'm just, especially as a content creator, I gotta make sure that I'm on it. I don't want to have Chet Holmgren go number 2 and then 5 minutes later have to announce it on my channel. I want to be as quick as I possibly can be with this so that I can keep you all up to date with this stuff. I'm watching live and it's not official yet. True, not official. I guess something else could happen, but most of the time when it comes from these reporters like Wojnarowski or Shams, it usually means that it's the real deal. If OKC get Westbrook, they can be nice. I mean, him going back there would be a cool little return story, but he doesn't really fit their franchise right now. You're doing an awesome job, bro, and you're only 18 and have room to grow. Keep up the good work, young man. Thank you, Habit 1982. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of room for improvement. On live streams, I have to get better with speaking. Obviously, it's very difficult for me. Then with my regular videos, editing, research, just everything, always ready to improve. You know what I'm saying? OKC selects me. I do not see Chet being the number 2 pick. Wonder where Sharp will go. Yeah, I wonder where he's gonna fall too. Houston really getting Jabari. Yeah, that kind of does make me upset a little bit because we have a rivalry with them. No new tweets right now. Yep, Chet goes to OKC. Gross. So yeah, that means that Jabari Smith will most likely be a Houston Rocket. I bet you guys are going to see a whole bunch of Rockets fans come out of nowhere on Pistons forums. They're going to be trolling us most definitely. They were wrong. What do you mean by that? Chet number 2. I'm about to take a sip of water real quick. It's official now. Yep. All right. So Chet's number 2. It's official. No new notifications. Okay. You're the reason I got back into being a Pistons fan. I can't even lie to you, young king. That's kind words, very generous. Really appreciate that, man. And I know that there was a really long drought, especially with the Pistons YouTube community, where there weren't a lot of guys really making videos on the Pistons. And the people who were making videos on the Pistons, I don't want to be too harsh, but simply put, they weren't good. So I've tried my best to put the best possible content out that I can, and I really appreciate at HQ, the love and you saying that I made you a Pistons fan again. That really does mean the world to me. That's literally the biggest thing that I could hope for. That's the biggest compliment I can get, that I made you become a Pistons fan again. So much love to you, at HQ. If Houston takes Ivy, I'll kill myself. We could get Mo Bamba cheap. Your thoughts? I mean, I wanted him before we made the Grant deal, but now that we got the money we could really do. I'm at like I think in go big or go home, kind of. You don't want to waste all of your money, but you might as well try to go for Aiden. New notification. Let's see. Auburn's Jabari Smith is atop Houston's draft board at number 3. So that's not official yet. He's just saying that they may take him. Jabari face is sick right now, understandably. But would imagine he falls to us. I don't think he's gonna fall to us. I don't think so. Um, we're walking out of here with someone we like. Yeah, most likely. Most likely. Um, Nothing there. Sharp or Matherin if Ivy is gone. Ivy and K gonna be a dynamic duo. I hope so, man. Okay, I'm getting a little nervous now. It's getting close to our pick. Laugh out loud. Hope we get this right, bro. I'm nervous about the Sacramento Kings. When they get on the board, that's when I'm gonna start getting scared. Like I'm staring at my phone right now, just waiting for something new to pop up. Like Kings, don't fail us, man. Don't fail us, Kings. Um, I'd rather take Matherin, but we probably take Keegan. Detroit. Hope we got a new notification from Jake L. Fisher. Detroit has held ongoing conversations to find a second lottery pick in tonight's draft. Sources said rival executives believe Memphis center Jalen Duren is the Pistons' primary target if we trade back into the draft. Interesting. So, could y'all imagine tonight if we get at number 5 Jaden Ivey and then also get Jalen Duren at number whatever? Let's say pick, I don't know, 12, something like that. That would be a pretty solid draft in my opinion. If Detroit draft Ivy, is Bay a second or third option? I think Bay would probably be probably the third option. Probably that. Nothing right now. Who do you like if Ivy is gone? Ben Matherin. He's my number 1 guy. If Detroit draft Ivy, I already read that one. The Rockets will definitely take Jabari Smith Jr. Bay is a second option until Ivy develops. Yep. That's I should have worded it that way. Bay, like once Ivy first steps onto the team, he won't be anything. We'll have K being the number 1 guy, Sadiq Bay being the number 2. But once Ivy truly develops, if he can become what Pistons fans think he can become, then he will overtake Bay. He will be the number 2. Bay will be the number 3. K will obviously be number 1. Dyson Daniels is 6'8". I'd consider him, but don't think we take him. Dyson Daniels, a nice two-way player, really solid defensively, but I think he's around that, 8, 9, 10 range. Oh, excuse me. Houston Rockets are selecting Jabari Smith Jr. with the number 3 pick. Oh, okay. Okay, y'all. I'm getting nervous. Okay. The Kings are on the clock. Okay. I don't even know if I'm gonna read the chat. I'm gonna just stare at my phone to see if we get the notification. I am nervous right now, man. What are the Sacramento Kings about to do? But that also depends who in free agency. You making me smile, man. I'm getting nervous because of the Sacramento Kings. I don't know what you talk about, bro. Okay. Let me put my mic down. Let me take a second to breathe. Okay. This is gonna be fine. The Pistons are gonna get Ivy or Ben Mathurin. The Kings are not gonna screw this up. They'll both be available at 5. It's taking Keegan Murray at number 4. Kings taking Murray. Teams are taking Murray. They're taking him. Okay, let me get my mic again. Sadiq Bey is our third option after this draft. Oh, notification. Sacramento remains in active trade conversations regarding number 4 pick. Okay. I mean, I would trust a team like the Knicks at number 4 rather than, well, I don't know. They might take Ivy too if they had the 4th pick. So I don't know, man. No notifications right now. Smith to Houston. I actually do like that for them, even though it kind of sucks as a Pistons fan. I'm really hoping for Jalen Duren later in the first round. I think he's a hard worker, and I like his defense, size, and athleticism. Yeah, his physical abilities is definitely, his selling point right now. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. Look at this. I haven't opened it yet. It says 2 new notifications. Okay. This is not going to be Ivy. It's not going to be Ivy. It's not going to be Ivy. Okay, they didn't take him. They didn't take him. Whew. Rockets pick is in. The Kings usually mess up. Okay. Y'all can't see it. I'm staring at my phone, man. My heart is beating right now. Like I could literally if I put this up to my chest, I don't know which side my heart is on. DPS schools are terrible, even though I went to Southfield. Please take Murray. Yes! Sorry for screaming. Yes, it's official. Well, it's not official. The Kings took Keegan Murray. Yes. That means yes, we got it. They took him. The Kings took Keegan Murray. The Kings just took Keegan Murray. I hope this is real, man. I hope they're not playing with me right now. It's 2 sources. 2 sources said it. We got Shams and Chris Haynes. Ivy's there. He's there. We have Ivy or Mathurin. I'm happy. It doesn't matter what we do right now. I am happy for the rest of the night. I'm happy. Yep. Another notification. The Kings took Keegan Murray, Iowa forward. Let's go. We are going to get either Jaden Ivey. I just got a text from Sarda. We're getting Jaden Ivey or we're getting Ben Mathurin. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I'm checking to see. The draft is bananas already. Let's go. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Oh my God. Sack took Murray. It's happening. Ivy, welcome to Detroit. If it's true, Keegan is a beast. It's true. Wojnarowski, if he tweets it out, it's official. So it's real, man. My eardrum. Oh, sorry about that, bro. I didn't mean to scream. It's just I was excited, bro. I had to just let it all out. Kings have no trade. Wait. Okay, Kings. I just got this from Wojnarowski. Kings have no plan to make any trade, and they are keeping Keegan Murray. Let's go. Now we just have to see what we're going to do at number 5, man. Whew. We will all scream, Detroit basketball, you good. It's happening. Sacramento screws up another draft. The scream was appropriate. Jaden Ivey mom played for the Detroit Shock. That from notification. All right, it's nothing there. Let me see. Mom played for the Detroit Shock. Dad from Detroit. This was meant to be. Yeah, it definitely does feel that way. I saw that clip going around that said that he preferred either the Pistons or the Pacers. So classic Sacramento Kings laugh out loud. That is kind of funny, man. I mean, Keegan Murray, he's a good player. He'll be solid for them. Okay. These notifications, they're scaring me as soon as they pop up. The Pistons are exploring opportunities to trade down at number 5. Sources say a lot of interest in Jaden Ivey still remaining on the board. Let's see, bro. I'm just waiting for it, man. I'm waiting for this notification. The Kings sold. In my group chat, they talk about the Sacramento Kings just sold the draft. I want to drink some water, but I got a strong feeling that I'm gonna spit it out as soon as the Pistons pick comes in. Maybe imagine getting excited about Jaden Ivey's shot is broken. Maybe our 5th pick for RJ and their first. Okay. The Pistons are about to have a live backcourt either way it goes. Yeah. Either Mathurin or what's his called? Either Matherin or Ivy, I'm happy. The Kings, they made my day, man. The Sacramento Kings made my day. I'm just ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, bro. Come on, come on. Just say his name. Somebody say his name. Say Jaden Ivey, please. Please say his name. Or Matherin. I don't care. I want to see it. I want to see it. Come on. This anticipation right now is killing me. It's literally killing me. And I advise y'all to turn down the volume a little bit because I will scream once it happens. Come on. Come on. Come on. Talking about the Rockets and come on. I don't care about the Rockets. I care about the Pistons. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give us Ivy. Give us Ivy. Come on. Or Matherin. I don't care. I'm about to trip when they said nothing. I'm about to trip when they said Jaden Ivey. Thank God. We took him! We took Ivy! We took Ivy! Yo! Yo, is this real? Purdue's Jaden Ivey is landing at number 5 for the Detroit Pistons. Sources say it says it right here. Yo, I'm gonna try to keep my voice down. It says it right here. This is from Wojnarowski. Purdue's Jaden Ivey is landing at number 5 for the Detroit Pistons. Sources tell ESPN. Let me put my phone down. Let me give a round of applause. Whoa! We did it, y'all. We got Ivy. We got Cade Cunningham, a Robin. We got somebody in his backcourt. I hope this is real. I hope it's official. I'm waiting for more tweets to come out, but if this is real, bro, we got him. We got him. Come on. Woj tweeted it, so it has to be real. It has to be. Jaden Ivey is a Detroit Piston, y'all. We have Cade Cunningham, Ivy, Sadiq. Those three are beautiful, beautiful. You have your 3 set for the future. You go in free agency. You pick up, I don't know, DeAndre Ayton, or you pick up whoever else. I don't care. It's set now. We have our backcourt. Let's go, man. Let's go. No other notification, doesn't matter. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Let's go. Now we have a point guard. I think we may get another first round pick. Absolutely. I could definitely see that happening. K Icewood, Ivy nickname, Poison Ivy. That is a fire nickname. Poison Ivy. But hey. Holy smoke. Joe Ice Cream too, bro. We all love you, bro. Man, I love doing this, man. I really love the Pistons. I want this team to be successful. And the fact that we have Jaden Ivey, like, I'm about to watch his highlights all night again. Like, I've been studying so much film on him. His mom played for the Detroit Shock. His dad apparently was born in Detroit or something like that. This is amazing. This is beautiful. June 23rd, the day that the Pistons finally get a backcourt running mate for Cade Cunningham. Let's go. Poison Ivy. Somebody make a shirt right now. Get a shirt like this one. This is an anime Jujutsu Kaisen shirt. Make a shirt right now. It's going to sell. You're going to make a whole bunch of money, a whole lot of money. Poison Ivy, man. Poison Ivy. I'm literally sweating right now because this junk has got me going crazy. Pistons are going to be lit. Jaden Ivey, I said it from the beginning. The Kings select Keegan Murray. Jaden Ivey fall to the Pistons, baby. Yeah, man. I'm happy, bro. I'm happy. I just saw everything King. He just tweeted out as well. Oh, so what is this? We have Killian Hayes on the bench now. He's gonna be down there with Diallo, Kelly Olynyk, and then the starting lineup is gonna be Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. Let me put my mic down again. I'm just gonna sit here and just let me process this, bro. Man, this is nuts. I can't believe it. The Sacramento Kings really, they didn't screw this up for us. They really took Keegan Murray. Man, this hits, bro. This really does hit. Who did we get? We got Jaden Ivey, man. Poison Ivy, Detroit Piston right there. 65% of y'all said that it was gonna happen. When I put the poll up, I guess I can end this poll right now. Jaden Ivey is officially a Detroit Piston. You guys can see the poll if you go there in the chat. Fear the Poison. He fell to us. Longest moment of my life. Let's go, Troy. Take Ivy. Yeah, Troy Weaver. I know a lot of people were yelling at him yesterday, but today I'm happy you took the right player. I was a big fan of Ben Mathurin, but he'll go to, I don't know, Portland, New York, Indiana, wherever. He's going to be successful. Jaden Ivey, we're going to focus on him. He's going to be our guy here in Detroit. We're going to see him balling in the summer league. It's going to be fun, exciting. I'm happy, bro. I am happy. Naturally, let me pull up the summer league schedule right now. I posted it on my channel, Joe Polo 10. Quickly go. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Okay, so we're gonna see Jaden Ivey first go up against the Portland Trailblazers. Then we're gonna see him play the Washington Wizards, and then we're gonna see him play the Indiana Pacers. So it'll either we'll probably see him play Ben Mathurin, which will be extremely exciting. Just saw your reaction to King's pick. You look like Zenitsu. That's funny. I think Jaden got the call because he's emotional. He's emotional right now. Do I be emotional? Wow. I mean, he got connections to Detroit, bro. I bet his mom and his dad, like, oh man, this is amazing. This is truly amazing. They always say that we don't get much in Detroit. Well, tonight we get Jaden Ivey on the Detroit Pistons, and this is amazing. He's emotional. I'm not the type to cry. I rarely do, like once a year. But if I was the emotional type, I would be crying right now, man. Like this is amazing, bro. Pistons pick is in. Ivy got to throw the buffs on. Hey, I hope he has a pair. Pistons really trying to eat up this whole 5 minutes. I don't care. I don't. They can eat up the whole. I don't care what we do. We got Ivy. I'm happy. um, Weaver said there are 12 players, so this is their next number to watch. Pistons have. Look at this starting lineup, y'all. Possibly starting lineup. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Sadiq Bey, Miles Bridges, DeAndre Ayton. Whew, this is great. This is greatness. Jalen Rose is hyped too. I bet he is. Wherever he might be down there. And where are they? New York right now. It's official. Yes, it is. I think Ivy is crying. Jaden Ivey is crying. I love it. Yeah, man. He's gonna come here. He's gonna put his all into the city, and he's gonna be successful with Cade Cunningham in the backcourt, man. I'm checking Twitter right now to see what they're talking about because we might try to trade back into the lottery. And the Pacers just took right after Ben Mathurin is going to the Indiana Pacers. All right, so it's real. Pistons get their man Ivy. Yeah, he's crying. He's very happy. That's good to hear, man. I'm happy for the man. You guys got to think about it. Outside of just basketball, this young man, what is he? 20 years old right now. He's literally about to make millions of dollars. His family's gonna be set for life. He's gonna have a son, a daughter who's going to be able to like have their whole education, everything taken care of. I'm 18 years old right now. He's 2 years older than me. Imagine if I just got granted millions of dollars. It's amazing for him. I'm really happy for the young man. Obviously, that goes for everybody in this draft as well. But speaking as a Pistons fan, I'm really happy that he's here. He's going to love the city. He obviously has connections to it. I know people always talk about, people don't like Detroit. People don't want to come to Detroit. But we don't have to worry about that because he already has previous history, previous connections here in Detroit. So I'm just happy overall, man. Oh, let me play the sound effect for y'all. Let me play it. Give me like 5 seconds. I'm about to play the sound effect, y'all. Of course, I get hit with an ad. Hold up, I'm about to play the sound effect. Just wait for it, y'all. Detroit basketball is going to be exciting next year, man. I can't wait for the first Pistons home game. I'm going to buy a ticket as soon as it goes on sales. I promise you I am. I promise you. I'm going to be the first one to buy a ticket to our first game. He got a smart young team that's unselfish and they love each other and it's a championship environment. There's trophies, good culture, and he gonna fit like a glove. Yeah, this is a great situation for him. Playing here in Detroit versus him possibly going to a team like the Sacramento Kings. My gosh, it's like light and day. I'm not trying to crap on Sacramento too much. They picked Keegan Murray, they got their guy, but for us here in Detroit, he's gonna fit right in, and it's gonna be a great place for him, man. Every championship Detroit Pistons team has had an all-star backcourt as their foundation. Yep. Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas. And then in 04, who did we have? We had because I wasn't even alive in 04. I mean, I guess I was, but I was like 1 year old or something like that. Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton. Obviously, Rip Hamilton. This is the first time I'm crying in an NBA draft. Hey man, I'm emotional too. Gamakin, let all the emotions out. I'm not the crying type. When it comes to something like this, I'm excited. That's you see the smile on my face. I'm happy right now. This is how I show my emotion when it comes to this type of thing. Did y'all know Ivy's mom coached John Morant? Yeah, I definitely knew about that beforehand. Billups and Hamilton. The chat is exploding right now. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. You could be watching all the other YouTubers out there making videos on the Pistons, but you're in here right now watching me. So I definitely appreciate that, man. Let's go. I see the the arm up emoji, the flexing emoji. Um, Detroit basketball. Man, dude, I still want it sharp because I love Killian Hayes, but this seems like a John Morant type pick. Was just like K and great player on a bad team. Now he joins a great group of young guys. Those are hunger tears of Ivy. Ivy, let's go. Poison Ivy, man. Poison Ivy's a Detroit Piston. That's wild to me. Let me move the camera down a little bit. That's wild, man. Before this, we were worried that the Kings, well, some people were. I wasn't as worried. The Kings could have took Ivy at number 4, and then at number 5, we could have took Keegan Murray, and that would have been cool. But I'm definitely excited and happy that this is the direction that the Pistons organization, Troy Weaver, and staff as a whole decided to go in. So I'm happy right now, man. Don't forget, we always had a third guard as a six-man, Mark Aguirre in the 80s, and Lindsey Hunter in '04. That is true. Resident Rockets fan here to congratulate you guys on Jaden Ivey. You guys are going to love the production from the Pistons. I'm super happy and shocked that my Rockets got Jabari. Who, yeah, Jacquees Onu, don't know how to pronounce the name. You've been following me since last year's draft, and I'm happy for you, Houston Rockets, as well. I do believe that, Jabari Smith falling to y'all is one of the best possible scenarios that you could have ever imagined. Mathurin to the Pacers. Yeah, I saw that tweet earlier. So Ben Mathurin, he's going to be directly compared to Jaden Ivey. We're going to see him a lot, especially since they're both in the Eastern Conference. And somebody calling me? No. They're both in the Eastern Conference. They're in the same division, actually, I think, the Central Division, something like that. And I'm gonna definitely closely follow the career of Ben Mathurin because I'm a really big fan of his. I don't think this ruins it for Killian Hayes. Cade Cunningham played more than half of its minutes at small forward. The bad boys have Vinny Johnson. Yeah, like I said, Killian Hayes is going to be on the bench with, Kelly Olynyk, Diallo, whoever else is down there on the bench. And in the starting lineup, it's going to be Jaden Ivey. Vinny Johnson in the 80s, not Aguirre. Mathurin to the Pacers. Yep, I saw that. No, my phone is blowing up right now with tweets. So let me see what else they got going on. Um, let me see. Let me see. Nothing new, just people exciting, people being happy. Trade up for Durin. I mean, who we gonna give up? Are we gonna give up somebody like you would have to probably move Isaiah Stewart to get someone like Durin? So Pistons fans, would y'all want to do that, or do you want to just keep Isaiah Stewart? He a Piston, so I'm a ride. He a Piston, so I'm a ride with Ivy, but I think we should have got excuse me, another we should have get Killian another year with Cade. Killian, he's gonna be on the bench. He's gonna continue to grow and develop and do his thing down there. So it's not like we're gonna completely give up on Killian Hayes. He's just gonna be the guy to manage the bench squad. Nothing wrong with that right now. Obviously, when Troy picked him at number 7, he probably envisioned him becoming a starting point guard, but it's just not gonna play out like that. He's gonna be our bench guy. So I'm fine with it. I love Ivy's passion for the game. Killian and Ivy could play off of each other. This is awesome. I got to witness 2 great Pistons teams with great backcourts. Now I get to witness a third. Laugh out loud. This is life is good. Yeah, and this is my first time actually being able to experience this because when I was born, I was born in '03, and then the next year the Pistons won a championship, but I wasn't really around for that. And then once I started really watching basketball around 2011, 2012, the Pistons had Brandon Jennings, Austin Day, Kyle. The names I have. Let me show y'all, bro. Ooh, I just dropped it. Carlos Delfino. Y'all remember him? Carlos Delfino. This is a bobblehead of his. Um. So yeah, I got to watch. Unfortunately, Charlie Villanueva. I could keep going on and on. bad Pistons teams, and then the Andre Drummond era obviously was a failure. We got bounced out in the first round year after year after year. But now we finally are building something. We're moving in the right direction. We have Cade Cunningham, a superstar franchise type player. We have Ivy, who's supposed to be the second option, I guess. Um, who else do we have? And Sadiq Bey, who's going to be the third option in the future. And then whoever else we get in free agency. I'm so happy right now. Detroit basketball, yes, man. Do you think we will get Aiton? I hope so. If we get Aiton along with getting Ivy right here, that would be crazy. Joe Polo, you body all other hoops content creators. Haha. That's why we are here. I appreciate that, Kenneth. Oh, you again, man. I appreciate the support tonight, bro. Um really, Michael? Come on now. You ain't have to mention her name, bro. I'm on to something else. I have a girl now, bro. I see Cade, Sadiq, and Ivy as the new big three. Yeah, and then whoever else we get in free agency, they're just gonna be. I don't want to say background pieces, because like if we get someone like DeAndre Ayton, he's definitely gonna be in the forefront. But when we're talking about distant in the future, Ivy is definitely gonna be one of the top guys on this Pistons team. Um, Let me see. You the best Detroit Pistons content creator. Thank you, Spirit of Detroit. I really appreciate that, man. Kind words. I think Aiton is a lock after the Grant move. They probably got confirmation from him. We shall see. I don't know when free agency actually begins, the official day. D-Lock, you do amazing. You do an amazing job. I appreciate that, man. ESSS, salute, young man. Keep up the good work. Thank y'all, man. I really appreciate the love. I try my best on here, man. Just trying to entertain y'all for I'm an hour into the stream right now. 1 hour out the day so that you can be distracted from this crooked code, evil world that we live in. Um, Let me see. At the Pistons draft party at the LCA, the crowd was so hyped when we selected Ivy. I bet, man. I bet they were even hyped when the Kings took Keegan Murray at number 4. Sack passed on Luca to take Bagley, and now they pass on Ivy to take Murray. That is kind of crazy, man. And as a loose Kings fan myself, I kind of, it's kind of sad, but then again, at the same time, since I'm mainly a Pistons fan, it's funny all at the same time. So I'm watching the draft live right now. I mean, I honestly don't really care unless the Pistons trade back up into the draft lottery. Um, I don't really care, where other people go. I'll see after the draft has concluded, where everyone else's falls. But right now, I'm just focused on Ivy. The hype train for that right now is just crazy, man. Ivy can shoot? Question mark. Ivy can shoot fine? Question mark. Yeah, Ivy is a solid shooter. Murray is no joke. He will be an all-star type of player. Um, I think borderline all-star maybe. But Keegan Murray, I much prefer Ivy over him. Bro, you're actually a Pistons fan? Absolutely. Piston fan for life. Even during the terrible years when I had to watch Carlos Delfino. We need Duren. We have to trade back up to get that, and I don't know what we're gonna trade, to move back into this draft. 313 for life in the good and bad times. Let's go. Yeah, Pistons fan until from about from 2011 to the day that I die. I'm gonna literally be a Pistons fan. In my coffin, there's gonna be a lot of things. You're gonna see some anime merchandise. You're gonna see some Star Wars stuff, but you're definitely gonna see some Detroit Pistons gear in there as well in my coffin. So Pistons for life, man. Absolutely. Um, Bad boys for life. Yep, got us 2 championships. Mad respect to all y'all Pistons fans. Thank you for that, Brody Yusuf. Pistons fans right now. Everyone is happy. We're in a good mood right now. I'm chilling, enjoying this, draft stream, and we're gonna continue to have a good time. This free agency is gonna be amazing. You gotta manifest that, New York are still trying to trade for picks. I mean, trade Ivy, kick rocks. Nah, the Knicks are not about to get Ivy, man. Ivy might be the first jersey I buy. The first jersey I bought was Brandon Knight when he was on the Pistons. If you don't like the Pistons, why are you commenting? I guess they just want to come here to see what Pistons fans are talking about, I guess. Kings gave us Bagley that's crazy, man. That's literally crazy. The Sacramento Kings gave the Detroit Pistons Marvin Bagley and Ivy. Literally. That's nuts to me. That's literally nuts to me, man. Murray is young. I mean, yeah, most of these top prospects are. What are your thoughts on the people that were drafted to the Pistons, and who do you think, and who do you want to be on the Pistons? I guess you're talking about free agency. With this draft getting Jaden Ivey, I love it. Guard next to Kate Cunningham, extremely explosive. Adequate 3-point shooter, can get really hot at times. Questionable on defense, obviously. Um, Ball handling is solid. Could use a little bit of work, but overall, I love the selection. I give it an A. It's the player that the Pistons wanted. And then as far as free agency goes, you know, you might as well go DeAndre Ayton, man. Might as well. I think everyone in the top five got what they wanted in this draft. Yeah. And number one, um, the Orlando Magic, they went Bankero instead of going towards Jabari Smith. Number two, the OKC Thunder, I really love that for them. They got Chet Holmgren along with Josh Giddey now, and they already got Lou Dort. I really like what they're building over there. Houston Rockets, even the Sacramento Kings, as much as we're crapping on them right now, the Kings got who they wanted. So honestly, this top five, pretty solid, pretty happy for all teams, quite honestly. Um, Love your NRG Young Bull on the Ivy pick. Yep. When is our next pick? I think it's like 46 or something like that. Ivy can't shoot. That's not going to change. I respectfully disagree. There are a lot of top prospects, Lonzo Ball, as I mentioned earlier, and Giannis, who come out and they couldn't shoot, but eventually develop a solid 3-point shot, good enough to be, serviceable in the NBA. And it's not like Ivy's a terrible 3-point shooter. He's good enough as it is. Um, Brody, by the way, your content is fire. I don't know how you only got 5K subs. This channel should have more who agrees. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with YouTube. It's a grind. You got to put a lot of work into it. 5K, I love my community. I'm really happy that I have this platform. But obviously, with the amount of work that I put in, I posted like 700 videos. I deserve way more subscribers, but it is what it is. I'm going to continue to enjoy the slow process. Big YouTubers, they can't really enjoy times like this. They can't come on here with 200 Pistons fan and just enjoy them selecting Jaden Ivey. Like they really like bigger YouTubers, crispy flakes, NBA YouTubers. They got to focus on other teams like the Lakers, the Knicks, things like that. Whereas I get to focus on Jaden Ivey. I get to focus on my Pistons. So I'm happy with that, man. And I see y'all in the chat. So our next pick is number 36. So it's not 46. It's number 36. It's with the swap that we got with the Portland deal. Completely understand. But even with that, I mean, in the second round, unless somebody who's supposed to go in the first falls, I'm not really anticipating too much in the second round because we have Saban Lee, we have Luka Garza, we have Isaiah Livers. Those are already our developmental guys in the second round. I mean, in the G League. We got Jamarco Pickett already. We got Diallo's other brother. If he returns back to the team, second round guys, whoever we get, I'll do my film, I'll do my study on them, but I'm not really anticipating much in the second round. Kendall J, I do love the channel. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, man. Trying my best here. Free agency, Miles Bridges plus DeAndre Ayton. Thoughts? That would be a perfect scenario. You have Cade at the 1, Ivy at the 2, Bay at the 3. The 4, you will have Bridges, I guess. I guess he's technically classified as a power forward on the Hornets. And then at the 5, you will have DeAndre Ayton. And you're looking at a team where I think you would be playing spot at the bare minimum. Before we traded Grant, before the idea of Ayton seriously being in consideration, I thought it was like way out of this world. But right now, it's looking real that we really might be able to compete for a playing spot next year. Bridges probably needs a max. That's the problem. We can't give two. I mean, maybe, but apparently, I was looking at the money situation for the Charlotte Hornets. Apparently, because of Gordon Hayward, they don't even have that much money to spend. So, if we offer Miles Bridges however much $1 million, it's not like the Hornets can necessarily, match that deal. Troy trading up, Jameson Williams type of move. We're trading up. Let me check my notifications. Let me see. Sounds like teams are still calling the Pistons, inquiring about Jaden Ivey. Other teams out there are really trying to get Ivy from us, man. That's crazy. I bet the Knicks are probably one of those teams. But no, apparently we're not trading up right now. Let me see. $55 million in cap space. Could you have ever imagined once we had Blake Griffin's bad contract on the roster and Josh Smith from years ago? Could you ever imagine that we would have the number one available cap space in the NBA like 5, 10 years ago? Never would have thought, man. Never would have thought. People saying Ivy can't shoot as if he hit his ceiling already. Like, bruh, like I know that's what I'm saying. Like, that's like saying in last year's draft, Kay Cunningham isn't athletic. Like, what are you talking about? Just be quiet. You know, you can criticize Ivy if you want to, but talk about his defense. Not let's not focus on his shooting right now. He will be good enough to shoot the three ball in the NBA. Who do the Knicks have again? Um, they have Julius Randle, RJ Barrett. Uh, who else do they have on their roster? I remember Trey Young crossed over one of their players once he played them in the Garden. Aiton is soft. Don't go for him. I mean, I think that he doesn't have the dog inside of him, but is he necessarily soft? I wouldn't use that word. Music streaming. Thank you for the $5 donation. You didn't say anything, but I appreciate the money, man. Um, he shot 37% from three. What are they watching? Yeah, I don't know. 37% in college, good enough. On the NBA stage, once he gets NBA trainers and developmental guys, he will be just fine from the three ball land. We will have 65 million if we don't re-sign Bagley. I wonder how much money we'll have if we moved off of Kelly Olynyk. Do you think we'll promote Bags to a starter or Deke to Sadiq Bey is not playing the power forward position. No way at all. I do not see that. Like, nah. Ivy, Cunningham, Bay, killer. I'm hyped for this season. This next season is gonna be crazy, man. But I'm really hyped for free agency and summer league, to be honest with you. Thank you for the $5 donation. Spirit of Detroit. That bench looks serious. Hayes, Diallo, Livers, Stewart, Bagley, Olynyk. Man, I love this team, bro. I really do love the way that we're building this. Like, the Grant trade is still a question mark. Still have to see what Troy does with everything behind the scenes. But I mean, as you said, look at that bench mob, man. And you forgot to mention my guy Frank Jackson. I'm not the highest on him, but he's a solid player as well. And before I read the next comment again, thank you for the $5 donation, Spirit of Detroit, and music streaming. Our bench right now is just as good as the Celtics or Warriors bench in the championships. I would like to see Bay and Stewart dealt. Not sure they have much value though. Sadiq Bay, he's not getting traded at all. Isaiah Stewart, on the other hand, the idea of him being in a deal, I could see that happening. As far as trade value goes, I think Bay has, I would say, medium level trade value. And then Isaiah Stewart is pretty low. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. It's like low on Killian Hayes level. Like, he's 6'8". He's lacking offensively right now. I don't think that Isaiah Stewart has much value, to be completely honest. What are we doing with Killian Hayes? He's going to be the backup point guard to Keegan Murray and Kay Cunningham. Ivy had goals like being the best summer league player, being the best rookie of the year. I like that. I like to hear it, man. How do you feel about Miles Bridges? I made multiple videos on Miles Bridges, and I actually just spoke about him a little bit a few minutes ago. And I really do like Miles Bridges, but between the two, if I can only have one, I would prefer them to go after Aiden because we desperately need a big man on this roster. You said Keegan Murray. My bad. I haven't drunk water in like a cool 15 minutes, bro. Poor Saban Lee going to be in a log jam. Yeah, Saban Lee. Yeah, after this pick, it's looking like his career in Detroit. It's not going to be much longer. He's not going to be over Killian Hayes. He darn sure ain't going to be over Jaden Ivey. He darn sure ain't going to be over Kate Cunningham. He's behind Frank Jackson, who I know he's technically like a shooting guard, but still. Corey Joseph. I bet Dwayne Casey values Corey Joseph over Saban Lee. It's unfortunate, but that's how it goes when you build these type of teams. It's always going to be an odd man out. Someone's going to have to be dealt with or released or something like that. And unfortunately, guys like Luka Garza and Saban Lee, we're going to try to develop them in the G League, but they have a short time span on the Pistons to prove themselves, and if they don't pop off, then they're going to get dealt, man. Screw Kojo, Lee is better. I agree with you that Saban Lee is a better player, but it appears that Dwayne Casey prioritizes a veteran in Corey Joseph over Saban Lee. And honestly, I'm not even gonna blame him because Corey Joseph, I feel like he's serviceable if you can have him in a role where he doesn't have to, constantly have the ball in his hands. That was my issue with Corey Joseph last year. He had way too many minutes, way too many shot attempts, and we should have been giving more opportunity to Killian Hayes. So next year, with Corey Joseph getting between like 5 to 10 minutes per night, I think it will be just fine. Are you happy with the Ivy pick, or would you rather have taken Ben? I mean, I said it before the pick even started. Whoever we picked, as soon as the Kings took Keegan Murray, I was sold. I was happy. I knew it was going to be a good night. So I'm definitely happy and excited about the Ivy pick. Free agency is going to be interesting. Absolutely. Screw Casey too. I don't know if I'm sold on him either. I think Casey is going to be the gap coach. He's going to get us to like the second round, third round of the playoffs, and then we're going to have to bring in another guy to take the Pistons home. Um, I called for us to get Ivy before I left work today. Enough cap space to sign Bridges and Aiton. Kojo is a vet, and Kojo is a vet we need in the locker room, not on the floor, but definitely in the locker room as a presence and extension of the coach. That is absolutely true. What's your name? Dev Westwood. Yeah, Dev Westwood. We do need veterans on this roster. We can't just run out there with, a bunch of guys who's 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. We do need a few veterans on the roster. And that's why I do pause a little bit when it comes to, moving off from Recruiter or Corey Joseph or Kelly Olynyk, because we definitely do still need veterans on this Pistons team. Are the Pistons going to try to get another lottery pick? Question mark. I mean, I seen a bunch of tweets that said we're going to try to, but I don't know. Let me check Twitter real quick to see if anything. We got Johnny Davis going to Washington. Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing new here. Dyson Daniels went to the Pelicans. Wow, they have him and Herb Jones, two defensive solid players off the bench right there. Good for them. Corey Joseph can go now along with Frank Jackson. We need as much cap space as possible to get esteemed players to go with the young, hungry team. I don't really think so because I think Corey Joseph recently re-signed. He took his player option, re-signed with the Pistons for only $5 million. So that's virtually nothing. That's penny. That's chump change in the NBA. So we honestly don't really need to move off of Kojo right now. If it's a 3-year deal, I'll take Aiton. We should spend the money, but not risk our draft picks re-signing for him. That's the thing, though. Aiton, if he's going to come to a team like the Pistons, he's not going to only want 3 years. He's going to want to be set for the rest of his career. He's going to want 5 years, $180 million or something like that. I see Kelly going before Corey Joseph. Maybe. I do remember Troy Weaver. He traded Mason Plumlee after 1 year, so he might do it again. Another big man in Kelly Olynyk. Sadiq, Cade, Aiton, and Ivy would be insane. We have to resign Corey Joseph, Diallo, Frank Jackson. I do not see us signing all of them back after drafting a guard. Well, between all of the names that you mentioned, Diallo most certainly has to come back. Between Frank Jackson and Corey Joseph, I mean, I know Frank Jackson is young and has some upside, but if I'm being quite honest with y'all, I would probably prefer to keep Corey Joseph over Frank Jackson just to keep the veteran presence on this Pistons team, keep some stability. I think it's like the Drummond scenario. Find someone else who will max you for 3 years. You won't. So take it while it's here. Yeah, that's basically the same type of scenario with the Phoenix Suns and DeAndre Ayton. Diallo definitely needs to come back. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Let's what does that say? Let's state players. Oh, I guess you mean get a player like Bridges because he's from here. What's up, Danny Kizzy? Miles Bridges will take away minutes from Bay, and Bay is a better shooter. Yeah, but I mean, still, just think about having a lineup and a young core. Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bay, Jaden Ivey, and Miles Bridges. I think the future would be so bright if we had something like that on the roster. I like Saban. He was the face of the G League. Yeah, I think he was like the G League MVP or something like that. Um, they were just showing Jaden talking to Spike Lee. Spike Lee he's probably pissed right now. He wants him on the Knicks, man. Let me see. On June 29th, Weaver has to decide on Frank Jackson's team option. Okay. Um, and like I just said, I would prefer to keep Corey Joseph over him. So on the 29th, if he lets Frank Jackson go, I won't be mad at all. Um, hmm. Let me check my text messages, notifications, everything. My phone has been exploding, by the way. I've got like, I'm gonna say cool 200 right now on my phone. Uh Pistons. Nothing new. Yeah, nothing new at all. Um, can we get 13 or 15 from Charlotte still? Question mark. Yes, but if you were to do that, you would likely have to get rid of probably like Isaiah Stewart and the 2025 first round pick that we just got from the Portland Trailblazers via the what are they called? Milwaukee Bucks. That would be the deal, most likely. Saban's gonna be next G League. Saban's gonna be next season's G League MVP. Yeah. We got the depth. We just need Bridges and Aiton to seal the deal. Yeah. The Wizards are focused on getting their young point guard, Wisconsin's Johnny Davis, sources tell ESPN. Okay, interesting. Johnny Davis going to the Washington Wizards. I told y'all before, I think he was going to be around that 9-10 range. So definitely a cool spot, I guess. But then again, Washington, they haven't necessarily, well, it's not necessarily their fault because of Rui, injuries, but they haven't fully developed him, Thomas Bryant, John Wall in years past. So it's an okay spot to land. I mean, obviously, I would prefer for Johnny Davis to go to another team rather than the Wizards because they haven't been the most successful in years past. But I guess it's an okay spot for him. Rank the Pistons next year. I mean, we still got to see what we do in free agency, but right now, I would say that we're around like 10, probably 10, 11 seed. And then if we get Aiton or Bridges, we could possibly get even higher. Can't wait for the summer league. Me either, man. Me either. Bringing back Drummond at a mid-level deal is probably going to pick up the traction if it takes multiple picks to get Aiton in a sign and trade. I don't trust the Suns owner to let him walk for nothing. Yeah, that's why I was still kind of a little perplexed when it came to moving Grant because I thought that if we tried to get Aiton, we would have to include Grant in the deal to compensate for Phoenix. What's up, Bo Ben Fly? Um, I can see Aiton on the Pistons. The Pistons. Would you take Diabate at 36? Shout out to him. He's actually not just because of the Michigan connection. If you guys if you guys are big fans of college basketball, I mean not college, high school basketball, he actually played at IMG Academy. And I first found out about him because he went up against Julian Newman and absolutely killed that young dude. So I would definitely be interested in a Diabate. Is that how you pronounce his name? Diabate? I might be saying it wrong. But getting him in the second round would be cool. But as I said, we have Livers, Garza, Saban. We already got a whole bunch of guys in the second round, man. Cade and Ivy are going to be a beast in the backcourt. Troy is on the phone with Curtis Rowe. Interesting. Checking Twitter. A new star joins Cade Cunningham in the Motor City. That's my frog, by the way. Yeah, my frog is acting weird. Ivy. I think Ivy sealed the deal in Aiton's faith, maybe. Johnny Davis, nice pick, Washington. But I've been going for an hour and 45 minutes now, so I'm gonna hop off. You guys could go watch lesser Pistons YouTubers and content creators. Sorry, no, I'm joking. I love the Pistons community, even though I do believe in them the best. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming in on the stream. We have Jaden Ivy now. The free agency process is about to kick around. News is going to be breaking on that. The next time you guys will see me, I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break. Like I probably won't post for like 2 or 3 days. Just sit back and enjoy the Pistons, craziness that's going on right now because a lot of people are still going to be talking about this draft. So, you guys will probably see me like 3 days from now. I'll be chilling, going out, having fun with my friends, my girl, things like that. Um, and yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out and stream. Go Pistons, y'all. Go Pistons.